Hello, everyone, and welcome to Enfys Tarot. I am so happy that you're here today. It's October 28th, 2024, and decided to go with a live stream tonight on a Monday. It's the week of Halloween. There's so much fun stuff to do, and the weather has been delightful. So I'm just really glad for anyone who's checking in today. It's also a waning crescent moon, so it's a good time for people to be sort of releasing, letting go of some stuff. So keep that in mind tonight. There may be some things that you want to be releasing, letting go of, and clearing space for. So if that's on your mind, it's a really good time to address those concerns. Hi, Anna Philippa. How are you? I'm doing really well. I had a really fun weekend, and I have already had a busy and productive Monday. So I'm doing great. How have you been? I'm wondering if maybe my connection is slow. Thank you. I just got the like. Oh, good. Okay. So, yeah, I suspect that my connection may be a little slow. I'm sure things will speed up as we go along. We're just getting connected right now, though, through YouTube. So, what is your question tonight, Anna Philippa? I'm sure you've got a question. You always come up with really good ones. Let me see if I can do something. Oh, here we go. So happy. I'm happy to see you too. Oh, we were at the roast. Thank you. Yes, that's great. I'm so glad you're here. What should you know for this week? Let's find out. That was such a wonderful event. Everybody there was so great, and it was a really good setup there. And it sounds like they're going to do a couple of holiday mini markets coming up. So hopefully I'll get to see you again. If anyone hasn't been to the roast, it's a really cute, privately owned. It's a small business coffee shop in a town called Glenarm in Maryland. They have great coffee, drinks, and delicious breakfast, and it's just a really cute little spot. If you're looking for a good way to spend an hour or so, that's a nice spot to go. And the drive there is beautiful. And we did an event there through the Glenarm. It was the Glenarm Art Market, and it was really a lot of fun. Beautiful art there. Yeah, I agree. Let me just get really centered here. I haven't actually picked up my cards yet today. This is they're fresh. They're getting energized right now. So what does Anna Philippa need to know for the week? Here we go. Ooh, okay. So listen, you might get into the space. You got the first two cards coming out here are the Four of Cups and the Eight of Wands. And actually, because this is flipped around here, this is actually the order that they came in. This one was second. This one was first. So here's the thing. If you are really busy with stuff this week and you get sort of trapped in a space of like getting things done, like just checking things off of your list, there's a chance that you're going to miss an opportunity that is presenting itself. So make sure that even as you're going through your to-do list, if things get really super busy, and chances are if you end up getting super busy this week, you're not going to necessarily even remember this conversation in the moment. So see if you can do something each day, maybe in the morning, just to get a little bit grounded before you hit the ground running. Because there's an opportunity that's going to want to present itself, and you don't want to miss it because you are running around being busy doing things. So let's just see what that could be about. Oh, this is interesting. So it seems like you got the Two of Swords in reverse. The Two of Swords reverse means that there is information coming to light that is going to help you make a decision. The information may be on a subconscious level that's beginning to percolate, and you're recognizing some signs, or you're honing in on what you really intend, or you're honing in on the choice, right? When that comes in, when you make that decision, understand that it's going to be the right decision. This is the victory card. This is about overcoming obstacles and being victorious and successful. So when you make that decision this week, make sure you're, leaning into your intuition and paying attention to any new information that presents itself that tips you over to one side in your decision making. That's going to be the right way to go. At that point, don't second guess. Okay. It's one of those, like, if you've ever taken a test and your first inclination was to circle A, and then you were like, no, maybe it's actually B. So you circle B, and then you get the test back and it was actually A. This is one of those situations. No second guessing. Once you get it, that's your answer, and that's victory. And then the very next card is the Seven of Cups in reverse, and this is the one that has you just like overthinking, just like you're thinking of way too many things, and you start doubting yourself. You don't want to do that. That's going to cloud your judgment. So stick to your first instinct. All right, that's going to be really, really important this week. So that's what you have coming up this week, Ana Felipa. I hope that helps. So stay really present, stay focused, even when you're like hustling and bustling. Keep an eye out for those opportunities. And when it comes to decisions, go with your first instinct. All right. I hope you have a great week, and I hope you tell me about it. Let me know how things go. All right. Who's next? Nicole Palmero. I'm so happy to see you too. Oh, that was Nicole who said that coffee shop. I got confused for a minute. I thought that was Anna who said they were at the coffee shop. Okay. Let me just read through these, make sure I'm caught up. Okay. All right. So good. Ana Felipa, you're very, very welcome. Nicole Palmero, I can't wait to see you again at the coffee shop. I'm sorry I got mixed up between who put the comment in there. And what is your question, Nicole? Do you have a question for me tonight? And after Nicole, I will be reading for Abbas. Hello, Abbas. Okay, great. Oh, and by the way, for anyone who has been here before, last time I did my live reading, which was a little over a week ago, I accidentally had the comments set on like top comments. So I ended up making a lot of mistakes. This week, I double checked to make sure I believe I have the comments coming in order chronologically. So hopefully that will help me stay on top of everyone. That being said, if I accidentally skip you, definitely let me know. Okay, tell me who you came in after, and I will make sure that I'm doing my best to make sure everybody gets taken care of in order. So Nicole, when you're ready, go ahead and pop your question. Oh, there. No, that's okay. All right. Hi, okay, how are you? All right, Nicole, I wanted to ask you what is meant to be for me in terms of rescuing some pups again. I lost three of mine within 3 year period, and we're 14 and 15. It was such a hard few years. Things are. Hello, Fancy Nancy. All right, let's see. Slowing down and it feels good, but wondering what is next or if I should wait. Okay. Rescuing pups. I'm sorry to hear that. That's really hard. Okay. All right, let's see about these pups. First thing is the Fool in reverse. So you're certainly a bit trepidatious. You're a little apprehensive about this. And the dog, let's make sure you can see it. You see the dog nipping at his heels. I mean, that's like what a clear sign here. You know, it's really talking. Okay, and then you got the High Priestess upright. So that's all about listening to your gut on this one. And Page of Cups in reverse. Again, that's apprehension. It's like instead of being curious about what could be coming, you're a little bit nervous about going through the process again. And the Justice card in reverse is suggesting that, rescuing pups is certainly a service, right? Like you're getting something in return, but what you're giving is so much greater. You're providing a home and care, and you want to make sure. I'm hearing that you want to make sure that when you're ready, then you adopt. You start adopting again, but make sure you're ready, and let's find out what you need to be. Are you working? There's something going on with the work. Maybe you're concerned about something having to do with work. Maybe you're not working from home, you're working out and, out of the house, and bringing pups into the home is going to like cause some stuff. I don't know what your situation is with rescuing, but there's something that has to do with the work, and because that's in reverse. And then you got to let go of the pain from the past. Okay, so then you have the Knight of Cups coming in here. Here's what I'm hearing. First things first, make sure you're healed emotionally. 3 losses in 3 years is kind of tough, and especially if you're really connected to your animals. So make sure that you're ready to take on another emotionally attached relationship with an animal, because we never know what could happen, right? And we want to be emotionally available for the animal and be able to handle the animal emotionally, and make it a good experience for everyone. So that's the first thing I'm hearing. Make sure that the pain has completely been released and you're not considering adoption right now or rescue right now to sort of like not take the place of in any way, but like, if you feel like something's missing and you want that back in your life, that's not going to be the right reason for you right now. You've got to fully reconcile first. And then all of your cards are saying, like, yes, you're apprehensive, but the reason you're apprehensive about this is because you sense something. You sense a reason to hang on a minute, to just hold on and wait, just take pause. And it could be for a reason. It could be work related. Like all of a sudden you have to work more hours, or maybe you're changing jobs for some reason, or maybe you're not ready, like mentally or physically, for the amount of work that adopting dogs is going to take. There's something that has to do with work, and I'm not sure which direction that is, but it's something to do with that. But ultimately, the Knight of Cups is coming in, and it's reminding you that this really is something that brings a great deal of joy and connection into your life, and you're really good at reciprocating that to these animals, and it's a way for you to give back. So it is something that should be a part of your life, but your apprehension might be appropriate right now. So you give it a little bit more time. Give it a little, just a little bit more time. Yeah. Then you've got this baby coming in here, which is the Nine of Swords. And here's the bad news about the Nine of Swords is that you're still in a place of a great deal of pain. The good news is the 9 comes right before the 10, and the 10 is the end of a cycle. So the pain is about to fall away, and you do have the 10. It just happens to be in reverse. So you're getting there. You're almost there. Okay. So that is your answer. I hope that made sense. I hope that I hope I was able to express that clearly. It's difficult. It's difficult when you know your situation better than anyone else, and you know what you're dealing with. And I think that the spirit guides are just asking you to take pause and make sure that everything is in place, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, all those things. So thank you for stopping in today, and good luck with that. I hope I talk to you again soon. All right. Oh, okay. Yes, insanely busy right now, and 6 cats. Yeah. Yeah, that is a lot. I'm so glad, Nicole. Thank you. All right, I'm going to scroll back up here, and I'm going to just go back up to the top, make sure I'm not skipping anybody. So we did Anna Filipa, Nicole Palmero, and the next person I'm seeing is Abbas Habaliwala. So Abbas, thank you so much for being here. Hello. Do you have a question tonight? And just for everyone in here, when you pop in, please go ahead and put your question first, right next to your name as soon as you come in. If you're saying hello, if you think you have a question that you want answered, just pop it in the comment section right away. That way I can just read right through them, and I won't have to make you wait. Abbas, while you're thinking about it, I'm going to move on to the next person, and then I'm going to come back to you when you have your question ready. BB, hello. I'm so glad you're here. You'd like a singles love reading. Absolutely. All right, could we please have a singles love reading for BB? All right. Oh, okay. So right now it seems like you're sort of assessing the situation and you're not super thrilled about it. Like you're looking at your prospects and no one's got everything. Like there's no one there who's really checking off all the boxes for you, and you're feeling slightly dissatisfied. And if there is like one person that you're pretty interested in, you're dissatisfied in the way things are going there. it looks like you've got the Fool coming in here. So here's what the Fool wants you to do. When you get the Fool, first thing is you don't want to rush into anything, but you do want to be curious and seek joy. Okay. If you've had any kind of like rough road with your relationships and maybe some heartbreaks or maybe some of the wrong people, and you're beginning to feel a little bit jaded about the situation or discouraged, that can get in the way of meeting the people that are right for you, because you end up, well, we all do this when we're feeling discouraged or jaded. We put these like masks on, these walls up, and then it's really difficult to connect with people because people sense those masks and those walls, and then they build theirs come up right away too, as soon as they sense those. So that can make it really, really hard to meet the people that we're supposed to connect with. So you are being asked by your guides right now to be open and curious. Now, that doesn't mean start taking candy from strangers. That just means be open to talking to people. And when you're talking to people of interest, consider that what they're saying might be the truth. Consider that they are interested in you. Seek out commonalities. Just have a good time and don't be too apprehensive with this. There's also a sense of, as new as this is. Oh, that's the other thing about this one. You might be ready for someone new, starting a new situation with someone. So this can very well mean new relationships. But another part of this card is the dog. And, in your reading, that dog nipping at the heels is saying it's time to get out there and talk to people, So that's what you should be doing right now. And then you've got the Hierophant, which is suggesting that the person you meet next, the person that you feel a connection with next, you might meet through an institution like school or work or church or temple or mosque, or it could be a dating app kind of institution. So think about that too. Be open to meeting people under those circumstances. Definitely follow your instincts. If you're feeling certain intuition about someone, if you feel like there's a connection, follow up on that. Alternatively, if you're feeling like you're hearing red flags about someone, pay attention to those. The red flags are not the same as apprehension from being jaded by our past. Okay, there's a very nuanced separation between those two things. This one coming in reverse is saying maybe you're not feeling that confident at the moment, like as confident as you want to be, or maybe you're not quite ready to get back out there and really talk to a lot of people. You're kind of hoping that someone will just organically, meet you and start up a conversation and sort of sweep you off your feet. You might need to actually be open to talking to more people, getting out there, and spend some time. Your Magician is in reverse right now, so you got to take some time to get yourself centered again. And I don't mean be self-centered. I mean get yourself recentered, and know who you are. Give yourself love first, and be ready for a relationship. And Queen of Pentacles, following that, right? That Magician in reverse with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Again, it's saying you need to work on a little bit of self-love right now. And then you got the Knight of Swords. Work on that self-love. Really honor yourself for a minute. Take the time. Be open to meeting someone. Get yourself out there. But ultimately, you have to love yourself first and then get out there and act on it. Don't wait for love to come to you. You need to act on it. All right. So that is your love reading, your singles love reading. While we're on here, I want to pull a quick yes, no card for your love reading, because that was really information that you need in order for you to create this opportunity for yourself. And I would like to give you just sort of a quick yes or no, like, will BB meet the right person by the end of 2024? And see if we can get just a quick yes or no for that, so that you know if the self-loving time that is required is longer than, than just the next couple of months. How much self-love do you need to be focused on? So will BB meet his or her person of interest by the end of 2024? Oh, you got the 10 of Wands, which means work and burden, but then you got the Ace of Pentacles. So I'm thinking that there is a lot on your shoulders right now, and that all of what was just discussed feels like a heavy weight to bear, like creating this situation where you need to give yourself that love and get yourself out there and be open feels maybe a little bit overwhelming for you. And that's why the 10 of Wands is coming in. But the thing is, in doing that, which is probably one of those funny times where it's actually easier done than said, like thinking about doing it is really hard, but then actually just kind of doing it feels okay. Doing that is going to create the yes for you, and you are going to end up meeting that person really, really quickly. So this is not going to be a long drawn out period of self-reflection and love and centering. This is just a momentary, like, take the time right now, really do it, and see what happens. Okay, BB, that was your love reading. I hope that was helpful, and I absolutely wish you the best. And if you do meet someone, I would like to hear all about it, please. Thank you. Those are fun. Those are fun to hear about. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to scroll back up to the top again. Okay. Anna, Nicole, then Abbas. Did Abbas ever check in with a question? Yes. Here we go. Okay. Hope you're doing well. Can you tell me something about my career and what is coming up in my career? Will I be rich? Okay, Abbas, we're reading yours now. And by the way, guys, this is a live stream, but certainly if you have to step away from the phone or the computer, if you have to step away from the stream for a few minutes, as long as you have your question in the comments, I will answer it in the order in which it was received. And then you can always just rewind. You can always just go back and catch up later. And you'll know if I've already read for you in that scenario, because you'll see who I'm reading for next. Okay, Abbas, we are talking about career. What's up next in the career, and are you going to be rich from it? Let's see. The short answer is yes, you will find abundance and harmony and wealth in your career. That is the card that has come in last. It's the 10 of Cups. You've got a few cards coming in here in between. What what is coming up next would be the Queen of Swords in reverse. So here's the thing. You might you might be dealing with someone, maybe a supervisor, who has some sort of like bitchy energy. Maybe they have a very sharp tongue. Maybe they're not very kind. Like there's going to be someone in your life, in your career life, with that kind of demeanor. More than assertive, like they're assertive in an aggressive way. What they're saying is probably not wrong, but it's not nice. It's sharp, it's aggressive, it's stern. So if this could be you, and the thing is, like, there's nothing inherently wrong with this in the workplace. This is sometimes the business mentality that's needed, is to have a really sharp tongue. Think about some of the professions. If you're a lawyer, you got to know how to do this. If you are in management, I mean, certainly you want to manage people with some grace, right? But you also don't want to be afraid to tell people like it is. It depends on what field you're in, but there is going to be an element of this coming into your world, whether it's you or someone you're working with. And here's the thing about it. You're going to want to celebrate it. You're going to find a way to work with this. When that happens, when you're faced with that scenario, you're going to want to celebrate it, because it's a sign that things are going to be leading you in the direction that you need to be led. It's going to momentarily slow things down for you, which I find interesting in a career reading. But that slowing down, that taking pause, is going to assist you in juggling and keeping the balls up in the air and moving things around in the way that you need to move them around. And that is what is going to bring you your success. So pay attention to that process. That's what's coming for you in your career, and be open to that potential scenario, okay? Because that is one way where you're going to end up achieving what it is you're looking for, which is interesting, because typically when this kind of energy enters into our life, we like to shut it down because it doesn't feel good. We don't like to be told what to do. We certainly don't like to be spoken to in a way that is sharp or ill-mannered. It's a turnoff for the most part. And in your case, this is going to be something to be celebrated. So best of luck to you. That's really interesting. And again, I would love to hear about that, how that all plays out. Thank you for checking in tonight. I hope that gave you what you're looking for. For everyone here, if you haven't already, please take a moment to like and subscribe. The more people we get to have these conversations with, the more people will be benefiting from these conversations. So please do take a moment to subscribe. Share this with your friends. It's really a lot of fun to get on these and have these conversations. All right, let me scroll back up to the top. And all right, so we've done Anna Philippa, Nicole, Abbas, Fancy Nancy, you're up next. Indian at Heart, can I ask a question, ma'am? Yes. New subscriber, thank you for subscribing. Fancy Nancy, what is your question? Let's see. Hello, ma'am. Where are you? Oh, you had a couple of... Uh-oh. I hope I'm not missing comments here again like I was last time. Let's see. Let me scroll back up. Anna Philippa, Nicole, Anna, Nicole, Abbas, Bibi. Bibi, thank you so much for your question. Fancy Nancy. Sarah, you're going to be up next. Sarah A. I just want to make sure that I'm not missing Fancy Nancy's question. I don't see it in here. Fancy Nancy, go ahead and put your question in there when you return. All right, Sarah A. Yes, you can have a reading. What is your question? Sarah A., you still in here? If you're still in here, just give me a quick heart so that I know you're in here. Oh, you may have left. All right, let me scroll back up. Next person is Uke. Hey, Uke. Yes, remember Apurva was dealing with Scorpion. Did your reading. Didn't go anywhere. Do new love coming in life, which will be true. I am done being alone. All right, let's find out. All right. Uke, this is yours. Looking for new love. Sorry, Scorpion didn't go anywhere. Sometimes they can be a little finicky. Hot 1 minute, cold the next. I see action. I see renewal. I see you getting over past disappointments. I see you potentially changing some of your social circles. Make sure you use good judgment, though. The star card is coming in. Okay, so we're getting some warning signs here, Uke. You are getting over your past disappointments and acting on it, but the thing is, there's a chance that you're going to be acting on it with the wrong social circles. You're getting the 3 of Cups in reverse, Judgment in reverse, and the Star in reverse. So there are people who you might start hanging out with that might not be your best influences. They might be putting you into some situations where maybe they don't introduce you to the right people, or maybe they engage in risky behavior that you don't typically engage in. There's something about this group of people who you're going to think about hanging out with that's going to just lead you in the wrong direction. So you're getting the Queen of Swords card in the upright position, and she's saying, make sure, because it's funny, you're not going to be able to rely on sound judgment. Okay. This is coming in reverse. So when it comes to actually getting yourself in this predicament, it might happen. Like you might find yourself in a bit of a pickle with these people. If that happens, you need to use Queen of Swords energy and be really, really clear about what's okay for you and what's not okay for you. You've got to just communicate that. Yeah, because then you've got the Devil coming in next. I'm sensing that you're going to end up meeting someone who may be a little charismatic or a little flirtatious. And they may have some, selfish intentions for one thing or another. Maybe they're looking for like an ego boost and not a relationship, but they might be sort of leading you on, which would prevent you from using good judgment. So if that's what happens, you've got to be really clear in your intentions and your desires and make sure that you communicate that. And that is going to lead you to a good cycle of relationships. You've got the Wheel of Fortune card coming in here. It's upright. So make sure you're staying honest with yourself. And when you find yourself in a spot where you maybe have used poor judgment, as soon as you recognize that maybe you feel uncomfortable or you've made a mistake, you communicate that very, very clearly and then move on. And that's how you get away from the Devil and move into the Wheel of Fortune. And that is that is who's coming your way. Okay, that's sort of the trajectory, the potential trajectory that you're looking at. So thank you, Uke. I hope that was helpful. Let's see who's up next. Stone Ladder. Hi there, Stone Ladder. How are you? I will pull a single card for you. Yes, Lover's card recently became important, but I think another card is supposed to accompany it. You pulled a Hanged Man for me recently. Is that what's supposed to accompany it? If so, why? Or do you think you need to pull another? So I'm going to pull a card for you because that's the first thing you asked for, was for me to pull a card. So let's start there. And you're looking for something to accompany the Lover's card. The Hanged Man is a beautiful card to accompany the Lover's card because it's a card of surrender and being open to a new perspective, right? And that is a key to having a good relationship with someone. If you want to have a good relationship with someone, surrender to what is and have an open perspective rather than, coming from one side or from our filters. It's so easy to judge people if we're coming through our filters or we're projecting something. That being said, let's see if that is still the card that should accompany your Lover's card, or if there's something else. Letting go of your worries and anxieties. That's a decent card to put next to a Lover's card. This is a card of faith and trust and experiencing the joy, allowing in the possibilities and curiosities instead of the worries and the fears and the distractions that pull us away from connection. Anxieties are all about fears and anticipating scary things that haven't happened as if they are happening. So when this card is coming in reverse, it's saying let go of the anxieties. And if it's in conjunction with the Lover's card, it's saying that's where you can let go of the anxieties. Just be connected, just be present, just be fully alive and in love. That's a really good card. I mean, geez, I would say, it's really up to you which one you want to put with it, because both of those cards work so beautifully with the Lover's card. And just to follow it up, King of Cups, one more card for you today. The King of Cups is the deepest emotional king. This card talks about really strong emotional intelligence, really good at understanding other people's emotions and our own emotions and navigating. There's a deep connection to intuition in this card, and there's a deep connection to listening to our subconscious in this card. There's also, because of the water, there's a connection to source energy and that oneness, that universal energy, that we are all one, is in this card. So that's your reading tonight, Stone Ladder. Thank you for stopping in. It's always good to have you here. And let me know what you end up deciding on. And remember, life is not a dichotomy. So you can come back again next week and say, pull me another card for that Lover's card, and see if there's something else that's needed at this point. So we can always do that. All right. Who is next? Abbas, Morgan, Bramucci. Hi. How are you? It's good to have you here. Avani. Hi. VW. Hello. Thank you for subscribing. General read, please, whatever the cards say. Okay. So this is for VW. A general read, whatever the cards say, coming right up. And next we will do May. VW. Oh, that felt right. Okay. We've got a lot of cards coming in here, VW. So I'm going to end it right here. All right. So here's what you got. You've got the 6 of Wands in reverse. That can mean that you are not feeling super confident right now. It can be that you don't feel like you're ready to get out there and talk to people and network and be sort of social. I'm getting the feeling that that could be the case because you also have the Hermit in reverse. Both of these cards, because they're in reverse, are acknowledging that that is the feeling right now. And the Hermit in reverse may be suggesting that it's time to start stepping out just a little bit and being a little bit more social. You've got the Temperance card coming in here. Not only is that a reminder to keep things balanced, try and manage an even keel, a solid core structure, a solid self energy, but it's also a reminder to be yourself in all situations. Yes, we live in a society where we sometimes have to be chameleons a little bit. We have a character personality slightly for, our work friends, and then we have a slightly different character personality for a family, and then we have our going out at night friends that we like kind of party with, and then we have our daytime friends that we might have a coffee with. And this is the card that reminds you to be yourself in all of these scenarios. Okay, that's going to be really important for your Wheel of Fortune card to continue this cycle. It's like this is a part of your growth process, your cycle. And in order for you to get out of whatever this stage is and grow into the next one, good or bad, however you're feeling now, good or bad, there's another phase that's coming. And in order for you to successfully enter into that phase, you've got to be okay with who you are. You've got to get clear with yourself. And you've got the Star card coming in upright. And this really is about our connection to source, feeling whole, feeling healthy. This is a health card. This is a vitality card. So this is a really important message for you to let go. If you have any sort of social anxiety or apprehension towards certain groups of people, even if it's just that you're not so sure about talking to certain people, it's time for you to beef up the confidence a little bit. Let go of the past disappointments, the no-win situations. This card has a lot to do with, falling out that we couldn't come back from, losing friendships or bad relationships or fights that you just really could never reconcile. And it was sort of a no-win situation. This is in reverse. So it's saying it's time to move past that a little bit. It's okay to have new interests. Maybe it's time to meet some new people or get involved in some new things. Don't hold yourself back. because of worrying. This is the worry card. This is anxiety. It can even mean nightmares, bad dreams. Then after that is where your hermit card comes in, and that's in reverse. And that's saying, okay, enough introspection. Introspection is good. Rumination, not so much. Rumination is just when we keep replaying the same thing over and over again. The thing is, every time we've replayed it in our mind from a new place emotionally. So something that we remember from yesterday happening, like, how do I say this? Let's say you got into a little argument with someone just 10 minutes ago, and by looking at their face, they had a big smile on their face, and then you said something they didn't like, and all of a sudden they had a really bad frown on their face, right? You remember that 10 minutes later. But the next day, if you've had this going over and over and over in your mind for 24 hours, the next day, you're going to think, they were laughing at me, and then they got mad at me for laughing at me. It's like something like that. Like our mind snowballs a story, and we feel like it's the truth, but you're getting that sort of, don't ruminate, don't think too hard, don't overthink things. And justice is coming. Justice can mean, in this situation, karma, good karma. Like if you did something, if you did the best you could in a relationship, or you tend to try and be a good person, but your relationships don't seem to work out because you attract people who are not that great. Understand that it's not about bad things happening to them. It's the fact that at some point, good things are going to happen for you. It can also mean that maybe you're going to get that apology you were hoping for from someone. There's a chance for that when the justice card comes in. But justice, bottom line, means you'll get what's coming to you. If you have something good coming to you, it's on its way. And what you want to embody is the clarity of the Ace of Swords, so that you can fully love yourself, fully open up, have the confidence you deserve to have, allow the Wheel of Fortune card to move you into the next cycle and become whole, become healthy. In order for you to do all of these things, you're going to need that mental clarity. So do what you need to do to have that mental clarity. Okay, so I told you that was a lot of cards that came out there. I probably because it was just a general reading. But VW, that one was for you. May, how does my old flame feel about me? And what's my sign? I'm a Virgo. All right, May. I'm going to do May's reading because I know she came right after VW. And then I'm going to scroll down to the bottom of the chat real quick to see if anyone from earlier popped back in with their questions. I just want to make sure I'm getting to everybody in the best order that I possibly can, which is, as you enter with your question. I don't want anybody waiting or getting skipped. That's for sure. It's just tough to stay straight with all these comments, which is, that's a good thing, right? Having a lot of comments, a lot of conversation, that's a good thing. I just have to get better at it. You know what, May? That question, how does my old flame feel about me? I actually have some really good cards for that, because I'm feeling like these are good cards. Like I'm feeling these are energized. I'm going to pull them, but I'm also going to pull one from the True Intentions deck. Empress in reverse, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so your old flame they used to have really, really good feelings for you. They don't have bad feelings for you, not based on these cards at this point. You know what? I'm going to stop talking because now I'm hearing that I really need to pull these. I need to pull these cards. These are the true intentions cards. These are like exactly the question you're asking. What is someone thinking right now about you? All right. Uncertain. My intentions are not clear. Still trying to figure you out. Okay. So they are feeling uncertain about you right now. The fact that the Empress is coming in reverse is saying that they think of you highly, like you bring them good feelings, but they're not sure what to do with that right now, because right now it's a no-go. This is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So right now they're not thinking about like rekindling anything with you, but that doesn't necessarily mean they have bad feelings toward you. It's just something, I guess, that wasn't working, and now they're feeling uncertain, you know? Yeah, and that has certainly stopped the energy. This card is in reverse. When this card, the Eight of Wands, is upright, it's like whoosh, things just move, things just work and go, and everything is, flowing right along. When it's in reverse, it's the exact opposite. So the energy has stopped, it has ended, it's paused. It's just not going anywhere for a minute. And for you, that's a good thing right now. Allow this space. Allow this old flame to take the time they need to be uncertain, to not be in pursuit of you right now, because it seems like in the end, it's going to work out very, very well for you, whether it's with that person as a result of taking the extra time, or you might have something really incredible happen because you're not with that person right now, and you're not sort of involved and distracted from something else that's trying to come into your life. So there you have it. That's the old flame reading for May. Thank you so much for stopping in tonight, and I hope you come back. Okay, as I said, I'm going to scroll down here and see if anyone from earlier has checked in with their questions. Okay, let's see. All right, I think I'm still okay, except for the people who I know I didn't get a chance to read for because I didn't see their questions. I just saw that they were in here. So if those people have come back, definitely put your question in here. I just read for May, and now I'm going to read for Avani. Okay, singles reading for Avani. Never dated, 20 now, but love some advice, please. Okay. All right, Avani, this is your singles reading. Never dated, 20 now, love some advice. Let's find out what your spirit guides want you to know about the dating world as a 20-year-old. That sounds like it could be terrifying or a lot of fun. I don't know. It's been a long time since I was 20. Advice for Avani. Dating advice for Avani, please. Oh, here we go. Let's see. It's going to be kind of tough to juggle dating right now. I don't know what else you're doing in your life. School, work, family stuff, hobbies, whatever it is. Dating right now might be a little bit tough to juggle because you do have your you really have your thoughts and intentions, your focus is on other things. Um, and that's okay. And also, you've got the Hermit card coming in. So, this also is a time for some introspection, some growth. This is a growth phase for you, and a time for honing in on your skills. Um, Avani, this is if you're trying to date anyone right now, you got to keep it light. You got to keep it really light. And you're going to need to be very upfront with that when you're talking to people. If people are expressing interest in you right now, I think it's really important that you let them know that it's time for you to stay focused. Like I said, whether it's school or work or practice, it's something that you are currently working on. It could be self-care. I don't know what it is, but that is where your focuses should actually be lying. And this seems like there's a lot, you're getting all of these cards that are telling me that you have a lot to do. You have a lot of work right now. It sounds like you're also working through some things. You've got the 10, so you just like have maybe come to the end of a major thing that has happened in your life. And I don't know what kind of change or pain that is, but something has come to an end, and it has been painful, and it's caused a lot of work and burden for you. And that could just be the pain of growing up, or it could be something that actually has like happened recently that has impacted you in a way. But the 10 always means the end of a cycle. So it's like the last phase before you're starting something new. So you definitely want to continue your focusing on whatever you're working on, but know that the burden, the workload, the pain, whatever your pain you're getting over, that is coming to an end. Other things are about to happen. Yeah, and the King of Cups in reverse here, it's indicating that if you're 20, you're probably going to be hanging out with a bunch of other young people, and you're not going to be dealing with many totally emotionally mature people. You're going to be talking to people who are still working on their own things, and their focus might not be you so much. And I think that's another reason why you have to be honest with them about their expectations and your expectations. If you want to enter the dating scene, you have to let people know that you're just there to, have a little fun, go out dinner, go to the movies. You want to actually date, you're not looking for a long-term relationship at this point because you have other things to do, bigger fish to fry right now. The dating will come. There will be time for that later, but and then you got the Queen of Wands. You're coming into your own, okay? This is the period of time where you are growing and you are going to create this real strength, real confidence, and real substance to back it up. And you'll find that you're very happy with your decision if you focus on honing in on whatever these skills are right now and focusing less on dating. So I hope that that's helpful. Might not have been what you wanted to hear. I'm thinking if I was, 20, I would not have wanted to hear that. But that's what the cards are saying. And so that's what I got to tell you they're saying. I hope you come back. You might not want to over that one. That's okay. All right. Avani, thank you again for coming in here. Okay, let's see. Okay, PJ Corgi. He says, "Hey, Nicole, it's nice to see that you guys are friends with each other on here. That's awesome." Uke asked one more thing. I want to be detached and stop being so sensitive toward any situation. What advice can you give me for this? Okay, so because I limit these to one question per visitor, because I kind of give sort of, it's a few minutes per visitor, and I want to try to get to everyone. So I'm going to say that for that one, maybe send me a message. Let me work that out with you after this. Send me a message. We'll set something up, maybe a mini reading over Zoom, or stop in and save that question for next week, because that's not like really a quick question. I don't think I can answer that in just one or two cards. So I'm gonna move down to PJ Corgi. PJ Corgi, will the situation with my youngest son resolve itself in a positive way soon? Okay, let's find out. This one's a little tricky because you've got some key players in here, and I don't know. It's so hard for me to know. Like this, the last one that's coming in here is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And because I don't know the situation, it's hard for me to know exactly what this card means. And this card can mean some pretty big and pretty different things. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of tell you some of what this card can mean. When the Queen of Pentacles is in the upright position, it's basically like, it's sort of like the Mother Earth card. It's certainly a mother card, mother figure, love, harmony, wisdom, caring, nurturing, can mean pregnancy, can mean children, can be a birth of something, a birth of a new business or project. Think of those things that could be encapsulated by this card here. She's the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Earth element. Okay, so when she's in reverse, this can mean trouble with a mother figure. This can mean an unwanted pregnancy. This can mean the termination or miscarriage of a pregnancy. This can mean the termination or miscarriage of anything that you were trying to create, that new business or project just does not get off the ground. So like I said, I'm not sure how that pertains to your son's situation. You'll have to make that decision there. And the King of Swords is very much, with this being in the reverse position, this very much could indicate another player, another person involved in the situation, because the King of Swords is someone who, they're really clear and analytical. They can think 25 steps ahead of everyone else in the room. They know how to communicate it well. They're very decisive and concise. They know how to use as few words as possible to get the point across. And they're quick to act. So when the King of Swords is in reverse, it can sometimes mean that the person is being slightly cold. They're being shut down emotionally. They're very difficult to have an emotional connection with or conversation with. It can mean that they're not thinking clearly. They're distracted, or they're allowing their thoughts to go too far in the wrong direction. Like they're thinking of everything and they're having a hard time focusing on one thing or what the actual issue is. So these are the two characters, the two archetypes that are bookmarking this reading. Okay, you've got 3 cards in between those two. The first one is one of my favorites. This is the 6 of Swords. This card is saying have faith. This card is saying let the universe take the reins for a minute. This is saying you're getting there no matter what. Like if you look at the card, you see the 2 figures in the boat. They're vulnerable down here, and then you've got the person rowing the boat. All of the water in front of the boat is crystal clear, smooth sailing. And it's showing that they're getting to the other shore. They're on their way there. But all of the water behind them is rough. And the reason it's rough is because of these swords here. And the swords are indicative of beliefs and thoughts and negative ways of thinking that cloud a situation and make it more difficult than it has to be. So when this card is coming in, it's suggesting that you gotta take a deep breath and reassess and see if you can have a little bit of faith and a little bit of trust. The next card coming in is the 10 of Wands in reverse. Again, the 10s indicate the end of a cycle. So with these 2 things coming in here, it does seem like there's going to be some kind of resolution, and that resolution will either require you to let go of some of the burden in order to get there, or your burdens are about to be released. Okay, there's going to be some of this off of your shoulders very, very soon. And then you have the Page of Wands, which is inspiration. So I think what you're being asked to do here is overall, I think you're being asked to step out of the situation just enough to maybe get a little perspective or have a little faith or let go of some of the burden and allow yourself to be inspired by something. And that could be by, your son's ability to handle something. I don't know. It's inspiration. This card is inspiration. So I hope that really helps your situation. If you have questions about that reading, because there were so many cards that sort of came into play, that not knowing what's going on, I can't really give like a super clear answer. The best I can do is tell you what the cards mean and let you decide for yourself what they're telling you. Okay, so if you have questions, send me a message later. I'll see if I can clear anything up for you. But I do appreciate you stopping in here, and I hope everything goes well with you and your son's situation. Okay, who's next? Alana, I'm so glad you're here. I see you retracted your message, but I'm glad that you stopped in tonight, and I hope to see you. I hope to see you at the roast. PJ Corgi. Abbas, thank you so much for reading. Just really like your energy. Avani, thank you so much, Avani. Aria, the vocalist. Hello, I'd love a reading, please. You got it. All right. So, Aria, the vocalist, I will give you a reading. Have you put a question anywhere in here? Or, let me see. Oh, PJ Corgi, I'm looking at your bottom comment here. I'm glad that helped. All right, Aria, I'm going to read yours now, and I'm just going to give you a general reading. Here we go. the vocalist. I've always wanted to sing. I really wish I could sing. I have a terrible voice. I cannot carry a tune. But if there was like, one thing I would love to be able to do, that would be it. I'd like to do that. All right, Aria the vocalist. I'm going to give you a general reading. Could we have a general reading for Aria, please? Okay. So, all right, if you may be feeling a little disappointed with your situation right now. Boy, I'm getting another Aria, are you still in here? I want to see if you're still in here. Maybe to just sort of clarify something. Okay, I'm not going to make everybody wait too long. Okay, the first thing you have is Seven of Pentacles. This is the card that's saying you're currently looking at your situation and you're not really that pleased with it. Like you've been working on something and it's not where you want it to be by now. It's just not showing up in the way that you had hoped it would look. Then you've got the Four of Swords, and it's saying that maybe it's time to rest. Maybe it's time to take a rest. Okay. This can mean a couple different things. But with this being a live reading, I think I'm going to leave it there. And then you've got the Queen of Pentacles coming in here. This is that earth element queen who is so nurturing, so caring. She is the creation. She's creation. So you may need to take a rest for a minute in order to nurture yourself. Okay, I feel like I'm getting the sense that you've been running full steam with something and it's just not where you want it to be right now. So you're like getting ready to take another big push or like quit something. And you don't want to do that because there's still whatever you've been trying to get accomplished, it's still in a space where you can grow from it. Like it's going to do more. You can't give up on it right now. It's okay to just take a little break before stepping back into it. Because then you have the Queen of Swords energy coming in here in reverse. And that can really be saying that you're looking at this too sharply. You're being too judgmental. You're not communicating properly. You're getting frustrated and maybe lashing out a little bit. And that is causing some conflict. And that is going to eventually smash the whole thing. Like if you keep trying to push, you're going to end up killing it. It's not going to work. The opportunity will have receded. Whereas right now, if you just take a break, just give it a rest for a minute, you will keep on having the Queen of Pentacles energy in here so you can grow from where you are. So don't give up, okay? And don't keep pushing. It's really time for a little break from whatever it is you're doing. And ultimately, you got the King of Pentacles. So this is the path really to success for you. King of Pentacles is like ultimate abundance in the Pentacle suit. This is where all things come together and your work and the universe and luck and fortune, all of the things conspire so that you have the abundance that you were hoping for. So keep going, don't give up, and don't push too hard. All right, take that break before moving on, and make sure you are really listening to and acknowledging the people that you're working with, and also yourself. If you're used to coming down too hard on yourself and others, you want to really watch out for that right now, because that will lead to conflict and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so Aria, the vocalist, that was your reading. And you wanted a quick, okay, well, that's your reading then for SS Virgo male and KS Aries female. That refers to you guys, that reading that you just had. So that's, make sure there's good communication with that relationship. You don't want to lash out at each other. You have something together that could become something really incredible. You could have a really successful relationship with each other, but you have to not push too hard, not give up, and really watch out for the way you treat each other. And that if there's bad treatment toward each other, if there's lashing out, it's not going to last. You're very welcome. Gotcha. Yeah. Aries and Virgo absolutely can lash out at each other. That can be heated. That can be a very heated relationship. It can be amazing. But I think most of the time when Aries and Virgo get together, they can butt heads in a way that can really cause a ruckus, you know. Get a little nasty. Okay. Aria, the vocalist, that was you. Janice Kath, hi, you're new. Liked and subscribed. Thank you so much. Like 18 is Joan flirting with me. Thanks a lot. He's a Gemini. I'm a Sagittarius. Okay, Janice Kath, let's find out. You know what? We're going to do the True Intentions deck and find out what their true intentions are toward you. Oh, look, I did it again. Queen of Love and Infinity. That was SS Virgo male. So that was, I still owe you a reading. I got mixed up there. So you're going to be next. Janice Kath, I'm going to do you, and then I'll go back up there. Okay, so they're uncertain, Janice Kath. Their intentions are not clear yet, still trying to figure you out. So there's potential, you know, and then the next card is honesty. They will be truthful and transparent in all interactions, even when it may be difficult. So that's good news. I would say, you know, if you feel like maybe they're flirting, I think if you want them to be flirting, you know, maybe since they're uncertain at this point, be yourself. And clearly they appreciate honesty. If that's what they want to be for you, is honest, and they'll give you honesty even when it's difficult. they're going to want honesty from you as well. So if you're interested in them, I would say, maybe gently let them know how you feel, and see what happens, see how they respond, and let something grow out of that situation, because there's potential. So thank you so much for that question. And that was a really those true intentions cards, man, they are great for when we are asking questions about what other people are thinking. Um, they really do come in handy. Okay, Queen of Love and Infinity. I am going to read yours right now. Virgo male and KS Aries female. Quick reading about you. Okay. Virgo male. SS female. Aries female. Aries female. Decisions. There has been a pause. There's a lot of thinking right now, and that's exactly what needs to happen. There may be a change in direction. So you have the Three of Wands coming in here, and that is planning, like it's changing direction, changing course, thinking about next steps. The Knight of Pentacles is like it's when you take a very constant energy, a very you know, um, dedicated energy that's constant, and then it comes to a halt. There's something blocking it from moving forward. Then you've got the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, saying there's not really a whole lot of good energy being brought to this situation right now. It feels like it could be one of two things. Either there's just a lack of energy coming into this relationship, or it could be that you're putting the wrong kind of energy, both of you, into the relationship. Remember that if you want something to grow, you got to feed it. And if you feed it, poison in a garden that, you want to grow poison in, it's going to be poisonous. And if you feed it something really good, it's going to turn out to be really good. It's like one of those things. That's this garden here. It depends on what you're putting into it. Right now, it feels like there's not a lot of good energy going into the relationship. And to the point where you might be feeling like, you know what, it's time to cut my losses. It's time to let this go. It might not be worth the trouble, kind of thing. Or maybe it just, you're spent. Maybe you're spent, just unable to move forward, move ahead with that. And if you're feeling that way, and then you get the Ace of Wands card in the upright position, it's like it's saying it's okay to let it go. There are other, better, bigger things out there for you. Or it could be saying it's okay that these things are happening in your relationship right now, because it's an opportunity for you to work on it and improve. But the fact that you're getting the Ace of Wands here is a big indication that you have that fairy godmother energy available to you. It's a green light. It's a thumbs up. It's like, this is where you need to be, and you've got the full support of the universe right now. Ultimately, the last card I pulled, even after the Ace of Wands, is the Four of Wands in reverse. So this is sort of like not a union to celebrate at the moment. It's not joyful. It's not harmonious, and it's not stable. So keep that in mind with this relationship. And if you've been feeling like it's time to make a change, you're getting the green light to make that change. You're getting the green light to move on And if you're feeling like something within the relationship really needs to change, then it's time to work on that right now. Okay? Before moving ahead, before doing anything else, if you have to have this relationship, then things need to change and it's time to make those changes. Okay? So that was for Queen of Love and Infinity. Thank you so much for checking in today. Janice Kath, I think we got you. Aria, the vocalist, we got to you. Earth Angel, I'm going to scroll up and make sure that I got everybody in here. See, like, I didn't. I'm coming back up here. I don't know what happens here. I've got it on the live chat where it's supposed to be coming in, sequentially, just like when people are coming in based on their time. And that's not how it's working. So pardon my progress, guys. I just need to keep scrolling back up and making sure that I'm checking that every now and then, or I'm going to miss people. So, okay, I definitely got May, Avani, PJ, Uke, those guys. Alana, we met and you said to me, you said it's Alana spelled like Elena, or it's Elena spelled like Alana. And my brain has not been able to remember which one you said. And every single time I've seen your name, my brain has gone, is it Elena or Alana? Is it Elena or Alana? So next time we see each other, I'm going to ask you, and it's going to be very awkward and embarrassing because I really want to know your name and I should have remembered it, but my brain, my ADHD brain has just like not been able to figure that one out. So I apologize. I know that I just said your name wrong at least twice, but I will fix that. Okay, so like Cindy. Well, Elena, did I read for you? Message retracted. Thank you. I'm glad you are here. Okay, Cindy. Cindy, I missed you, and then Olga, and then Kiki. And Kiki's probably been here since 7:41. They've retracted their message, so I'm so sorry, guys. All right, Cindy, what are Brian's current feelings for you? All right, that is a true intentions card if I've ever heard one. Brian's current feelings for Cindy, please. You know what I think? I think I need an administrator to help me make sure I am getting to everyone in the correct order when I do these live streams, because I thought I had it figured out and clearly I do not. Brian's current feelings for Cindy. Check in. I want to catch up and make sure everything is going well. Cindy, it's time to reach out to Brian. It's time to check in with him. He's been thinking of you, and in a good way. He's curious about you and he wants to know how you're doing. So if you're interested in him, now is a great time to reach out and see how he's been and let him know how you're doing and see where that goes. All right. So Cindy, that was for you. Olga Slade, you're next. What do I see for you? Good morning. Where are you checking in from? It's 8:35 at night here. Good morning to you. What do I see for Olga Slade? Wifey Does Tarot, I see you in here. Hi, how are you? And then Griselda Gonzalez, I think you are the next one, 744. So I'll read for you next. Olga Slade. What do we see for you, Olga Slade? Here. Let's see. Your temperance is in reverse. Oh, and then, okay, so the 2 of Wands is upright. And then the 9 of Wands is in reverse. Judgment is upright. Page of Pentacles is upright. Okay, so what we see for you is that perhaps you've been a bit off balance lately. You haven't been quite yourself lately. And it's made it kind of tough for you to think about what you want to do, but you're beginning to regain your balance, your composure. That's why temperance is even in this reading. And you also have the 9 of Wands in here. 9 of Wands in reverse is saying that you have stepped out of your circumstance just long enough to see it clearly. You've stepped out of the forest to see clearly, right? And you're about to re-enter it. It's not time to quit. It's not time to give up. It's time to step back in and continue because you're almost at the end. When this card is upright, you can see you've gone this far, right? You have this much to go. You're thinking about maybe giving up on something right now, or you're just not sure how to re-enter a situation to complete it, to continue it and complete it. And that's why you have the 2 coming in here, because you're planning, you're thinking about things. You're not really sure what to do yet. You're not ready to act. You're still thinking, you're still planning. What you got to remember about this card is that you have the world in the palm of your hands. Like that's what it's showing. So you can make any decision you want to make. It's going to end up working out because you have very good judgment. And ultimately, you've got this Page of Pentacles coming in here. The idea, the inspiration, the interest, the motivation is all going to strike. You just have to re-enter the situation now that you've gotten this new sense of perspective. And the answer is going to come to you and you will know how to move forward. So lead with your heart, lead with what you feel motivated by and inspired by. And that's how to move forward. That's how you're going to use your good judgment. You just need to get sort of like, you've been thrown off balance a little bit. You're regaining your composure. You're about to step back in it and you'll know what to do. And then you have the 3 of Cups. So celebrate, reconnect. And sometimes this can mean definitely get yourself, when you have the Temperance card and you have this card, it's a signal to me that says Maiden Mother Crone. Okay, that's who's in this picture. Make sure you are honoring all of your parts, your qualities. Okay, Maiden, Mother, and Crone. Wisdom from the Crone, nurturing from the Mother, innocence and vitality from the Maiden. Treat all of those aspects fairly. Honor all of those as you're making your decision and planning. Don't disregard any of them, okay? And that will give you a reason to celebrate. That's a sign, an omen of victory, okay? A good omen of celebration. So Olga Slade, that was for you. Thank you for being so patient. Okay, Kiki, you retracted your messages probably because I skipped you, and I apologize for that. Okay, Griselda Gonzalez, your free question, will I be in a relationship next year? Let's find out. Will Griselda Gonzalez be in a relationship next year, 2025? Griselda Gonzalez be in a relationship in 2025? Oh, choices, choices, choices. It seems as though you're going to be thinking about a lot of people, a lot of choices. Oh, look at this. Boom! Lover's card. This is the biggest yes you can get for that question. Yes, you will be in a relationship in 2025. You're going to need to narrow it down. You might hit a point where you have just too many suitors to choose from. Yeah. You're gonna be in a relationship next year. So congratulations on that. I hope that's what you want to hear. I hope you want to be in a relationship in 2025. I'm assuming so. Otherwise, I don't think you would have asked that question. All right, so let's see. All right, that was Griselda. All right, VW, Avani. Okay, May. Johann Stein. And you want to know about contact to Taurus. All right. Johann Stein, Gemini, contact Taurus. All right, so you want to know about your relationship with them. Interesting the way it's worded. It's like it's not quite about what they're thinking about you. It's your relationship, your contact to them. Ooh, no-win situation. That is a no. Everybody feels disappointed. Sometimes it can mean a compromise that like nobody's happy with. Just no one is left satisfied. Not thinking clearly, not going anywhere, can't meet on an intellectual level. There's a communication breakdown, disappointment, like looking at it and thinking, this is just not what I thought it was going to be. Time for a change. Time to move on. It's the world card coming in here is saying there's this contact to Taurus situation. If it has already happened, if it's part of your life already, it's like saying it's good that it happened. Now it's time to move on. Like it needed to happen in order for you to move into the next phase. If it hasn't already happened, you have an opportunity to pursue it and learn the lessons from that and move through the phase, or you have an opportunity to avoid it and go in a different direction. So, but the world card coming in is definitely saying something has come full circle. You know, it's time for a new rotation. It's time to enter into the next phase or cycle. And it's part of your growth. It's part of your spirit journey. Be vulnerable, have faith. You've got the skills that you have to move through the next phase. And any skills that you're lacking to move through this phase, you will pick up on by going through it. So that is your Taurus Gemini reading for tonight, Johann Stein. Brenda Tejeda, thank you for being in here. Hi, in love and dates for the rest of the month. All right, reading for Brenda Tejeda. about love and dates for the rest of the month. We don't have many days left in this month. We're at the end of this month. Are you thinking about like Halloween? Who's your date for Halloween? Where are you going? Brenda Tejada. Tejada? Brenda Tejada. Tejada? I wish I knew. That would be another great superpower. Like, I'd like to be able to sing. I'd also like to be able to just read a name and know how to pronounce it immediately. That would be a really good superpower. I don't know, girl. You might be resting. You might be taking a little date break. Oh, you are. You're removing something from your life. You're removing bad relationships, toxic relationships, bondage, feeling trapped, chains. Make sure you're holding the space for your emotions. This is really important, especially if you're going through something like breaking free from unhealthy attachments. You want to hold the space for your emotions. Don't stifle anything. Just honor them. Take a moment to honor your emotions. I think that's maybe why you're getting the Four of Swords, which is asking you to take a rest. If you are in the process of breaking free from some kind of unhealthy relationship where maybe you felt a little trapped or chained to it, it's probably a good time for you to take a beat, because that kind of thing requires a great deal of strength, and it is that divine feminine type of strength. It's not brute force strength. It's not a masculine strength. It's a very feminine strength, which will be used by men and women, right? It's just because it's a divine feminine doesn't mean it's reserved strictly for women. This is the power, the divine feminine power. And that is what you want to be using right now. And it's probably what you've been using to get yourself out of whatever that situation was. Because typically when you're in an unhealthy relationship that has some form of control or bondage associated with it, it's not always about just busting out. A lot of times it is about how to finesse your way out of that situation, how to navigate it successfully. I'm thinking you want the rest of the month, take the next 3 days. Don't go out anywhere. Just take a break for 3 days and get yourself rejuvenated. Queen of Wands energy. It's like, I'm back. This is what is coming in for you, but you got to take that little break first and hold the space for your emotions. There are parts of you that need to be honored right now because they worked really hard to clean something up, right? To break away from a habit or an addiction or an attachment or an unhealthy person, something. So it's time for you to honor that and not expose yourself to something that could thrust you back into another chained situation. All right, Brenda, thank you for stopping in tonight. That was a good question. I love that you wanted to know about the rest of the month. All right, so I know I did May. Did I do Besa Hiseni? I don't think I did. What does he think about me? Is he contacting me when? Arbor, Gemini, Besa, Leo. Okay, let's find out. Let's do this one. And by the way, guys, okay, so it's 8:50. Let me put something in the chat box right now because I am not taking any more questions at this point. I'm going to do my best to just get through everyone who's already been here. how should I put this? It'd be nice to be able to see. Okay. All right. So, Besa Hiseni, what does he think about me? Is he contacting me? When? All right. Let's take a look with these cards here. I love these cards. Like, I don't know what kind of finish is on these cards. There's like this matte finish and then the foil inlay. And whatever this matte finish is like so smooth, and it gives a great shuffle. Really comfortable shuffle. If you're interested in, getting your own sets of tarot and oracle cards, I try to let everybody know how like the quality is with some of these. That being said, I never like to really badmouth anything, like if I get my hands on a really bad deck, I'm not going to show off how bad it is, or write a bad review unless I should, that would have to be a very specific situation. But if it's a good product, I definitely want to let everyone know how good something is. Future. All right. Bisa Hiseni. They are thinking ahead and wondering what your relationship will be like in the future. When? That's a good question. There's also a gift involved. There's something they would like you to have. Maybe that gift is an apology. Is there some kind of reason for them to have apologized? Or I wonder if they're going to be like, hey, I'm sorry I haven't talked to you in so long. When? I don't know. How soon will this be? He is thinking about you. He does want to contact you. He's not sure what things are going to look like in the future, and he's curious about it. Okay, this is interesting. So they might be in the process right now of getting over a past disappointment. They've got Judgment in reverse, the Five of Cups, which is all about disappointment and honoring the space for disappointment, Three of Swords, which is the heartbreak card, and then the Moon, which is all about following your instincts, listening to your intuition, allowing period of growth to occur and evolution. So it might take a minute. Yeah, it might take a minute. And sometimes when you get the moon, it can mean like a moon cycle, like a month. Sometimes it can mean that, but in your reading here, I'm thinking that it's like they need some time to get through something at the moment. Like they're working through something. And once that is accomplished, once they've accomplished that period of growth, then they're going to be reaching out to you because they're thinking of you. So I would say if I were in your position, I would gently reach out, just to check in, just be like, hey, how's everything going? Not for the purpose of having any long conversations, just for the purpose of checking in and saying hi. And then, keep yourself in their life for a little bit and see how that keeps the door open for something. All right. Thank you for your question. Thank you for coming in tonight. Let's see. Okay. So Avani, we spoke. BB, yes. Brian Oliver, like 16. Will there be reconciliation between me and Amanda and her father, Jeff? Okay, Brian Oliver. You, Amanda, and her father, Jeff. Boy, that sounds like a tough one. Reconciliation. I mean, this is certainly a card that's suggesting that there was a falling out, and nobody's happy about the way things are occurring. That's a no-win. Um, this is a card that is really good to be coming in right now, because this is the card of self-imprisonment, false self-imprisonment. So if you're hoping for reconciliation, you may want to keep an open mind right now. This reading is for Brian Oliver. Don't feel trapped by your thoughts. If you think that the right thing to do or say is to, start a conversation with Amanda or her father, maybe that's what you need to do. What you don't want to do is get trapped in your thoughts, basically, is what that's saying. Then you have the page of, you're getting a lot of swords. Okay, so yes. Okay, first of all, there is an opportunity for reconciliation, because your last card coming in here is the Three of Swords in reverse. This is a heartbreak in reverse, so it's letting go of the heartbreak. Before that, though, comes Temperance. And in this situation, when it involves reconciliation, temperance really does mean calming the waters, allowing time for, tensions to cool off a little bit, tensions to settle, working things down from being way up here. Changing course. This is the one that comes in before Temperance. So you may want to stop for a moment and reconsider your approach. Okay. Sometimes this can mean looking at something from a different point of view, approaching something from a different angle. So I'm really hearing that for you in this. You may want to approach things from a different angle. And that is also why your Page of Swords is coming in reverse, because you might be looking at things from the wrong direction. So that is what's got you trapped here in this place of, not winning, nobody winning, and there's just a loss. So yeah, there's a chance for reconciliation. It's going to require you to evaluate things, come from a different point of view, so that you can meet them where they are, and that will help to balance out the tensions a little bit and open the doors for communication. And that will be how you achieve resolution. So thank you. Your spirit guides were super clear tonight. That's for sure, Brian Oliver. So I hope you take that advice. I mean, that was pretty good advice from your spirit guides there. Let's see who's next. Thank you for keeping it real. Okay, you're welcome, Avani. Okay, Jovelyn Valmoris. I'm a Gemini. Can I know my reading for next month, please? Yes, we'll do a November reading for Jovelyn Valmoris. Okay, Javelin Valmores. So you may be coming into a little bit of turbulence in November. And, I'm pretty sure I heard someone say that we've got like, uh, was it Mercury in retrograde or maybe Mars going into retrograde or something in November? And there is going to be some kind of like, uh, shoot. I always say I'm not an astrologer. I wish I knew those things better too, but I just try to like listen to the people who I trust. And there is some stuff going on in November, astrologically speaking, and it does have the potential to create a little bit of turbulence for some. And I'm wondering if turbulence for Geminis is anticipated. So the emperor, because your emperor is coming in reverse, it's suggesting that there's going to be a situation you're confronted with that you really can't see how to problem solve clearly. You're not going to, the answer is not going to just come to you as naturally and as quickly as maybe it usually does. And that is probably going to happen in the family sphere of your life because your 10 of Pentacles is coming in reverse. So it may be financial, like you might get hit with some, might be tight, might be a bit of a tight month financially. What you want to get from it though, like there's going to be a challenge that presents itself to you in the month of November, and what you want to get from it is the truth. When you're presented with this challenge, the reason you're getting it right now is because the universe and your guides really need you to see and believe the truth of a situation. And it's something that maybe you have been suspecting, or it may be in denial about. But for some reason, you haven't caught on to the truth of a matter. And it's something that you likely have some degree of control over, which is why the universe is coming in and saying, okay, it's time for you to really get the point about this so that you can do something about it. So we're going to offer you these challenges so that you can understand exactly what is needed, okay? And it's really going to cause you to be in a position where you can't actually keep the balls up in the air. Like there might be a little fumble here, a little misstep. And it is going to cause you to make a change. It's going to cause you to make a new choice because that blindfold will have been lifted. And now you can no longer deny the truth of something. And you're going to decide where to go next, what to do next. It's just going to be a situation where you can no longer deny the truth, and you're going to have to act on it, and you will end up understanding what needs to be done. You'll be at risk of sort of continuing. You're going to maybe want to continue to justify the situation and maybe make excuses for it, and maybe say, "Oh, well, I can't, fully trust that this is the truth. Maybe I can, like, I don't know, like just do a little bit of change, but no, you can't. You have to do the whole thing. You have to make the change that's needed, um, because this is why the universe wants you to see it right now. So don't neglect the lesson here. Don't look over it or beyond it. You have to make sure this lands with you and you understand it and you work through it in the way that you need to, and then you'll come back around here to the Queen of Pentacles, which is that nurturing, mothering energy, that keeps you connected to the earth and the universe. Keeps you connected to God, source energy. It allows you to bring that energy into the world. It allows you to nurture and be nurtured. This is a big love card. So you may have turbulence this coming November for sure, but it's because you've got to see things as they are and deal with it. All right. So that was your reading. Javelin Valmores, thank you so much for coming in today. And okay, we read PJ Corgi, Aria, Janice Koth. Earth Angel, hey, how are you? All right, let's see. Isha's here. Well, Alex, Isha, do you have a question? Are you still in here? I'm going to scroll down here. All right, Isha, I've got you. I see you retracted some messages. I'm going to read your, I'm assuming you probably left. There are only 5 people remaining in here. Guys, anyone who I have not read for yet, I'm going to answer all of the questions that are in this thread. So always check back later. If you have to leave and come back, as long as you have your question in the comments section, I will read it for you before I do last call, as long as it gets in there before, the last call. And you can always check back in later and see the answer to your questions. So I'm going to read for Isha now. I think I will have to request the question. What is coming toward me in love next? All right. One more shuffle here. One more shuffle. Oh, the Hierophant is coming in. That's an interesting card for love questions. And then the Knight of Swords. This is for Isha. The Moon in reverse, followed by the 4 of Swords, 2 of Swords in reverse, 5 of Cups in reverse. Okay, so it seems like you are getting over a pretty serious breakup. And here's the thing. With the Hierophant, the Knight of Swords, the Moon in reverse, and then the 4 of Swords coming in like this. Here's the Hierophant, Knight of Swords, Moon in reverse, 4 of Swords. You might need a relationship that is a little bit more structured, something that you can rest in, something that you can not have to work so hard for. It's like there's some degree of like choosing, like repeatedly choosing the person who requires a lot of something, like maybe you're repeatedly choosing the same type of person, and maybe they're a little high maintenance, maybe they're just a lot of work in some way, a lot of emotional work, a lot of mental work. it's like you keep choosing that kind of person, and now it's a time for you. And the reason I'm saying that is because you have the Two of Swords in reverse, which is, this is like making the decision card. And then the way it's coming in through the spread makes me think this has been more than once. And then you've got the Five of Cups in reverse, the Ten of Swords in reverse, a cycle coming to completion, and then the Ace of Wands in reverse. So it's like, please, the universe saying, please don't put yourself there again. It's time to stop looking for, I don't know, maybe you're drawn to, like, I don't know, the bad boy or the super artistic type, or like someone who's very melodramatic, or I don't know, there, it's like you're looking for people who are very interesting, maybe, that keep you engaged and keep you interested, but they end up being like a lot of work, and it just gets to the point where it's either painful or not fun anymore. And I'm thinking that for you, your next relationship goal should be to be open to a relationship that is a little bit more like relaxed, a little bit more traditional, where you just kind of like do the normal stuff, I guess, like just hang out, I don't know, be kind of chill about everything, like um yeah, I'm really getting that sense for you in this reading. um, and always listen to your gut. I mean, but which is what I'm saying, that because you have the Moon card coming in here, but I'm also getting the dichotomy of the situation in this card. It's like it's the time, like energies have shifted, and it's time for you to try something different this time. It's like usually there's one aspect of your intuition at play that drives you in a certain direction, and now it's time for you to allow the other aspect of your intuition to lead for a minute. So give that a shot, and see what happens, and see if you can like just have a restful relationship, and find out how that goes, and see if it's still interesting, for you. Um, so that's your reading. I hope that helped. I hope you're still here, and if you're not still here, I hope you come back and hear the message, because clearly you were waiting for a very long time. And I appreciate you being here. All right, I'm going to scroll back up to the top, not the full top, but just to make sure I'm not missing anyone. I don't want to miss anyone. Nicole, Vance, Nancy, Nicole, Stone Ladder. I think we were all the way down. Like we were safe at, what time was it? Like 8 something? Yeah, I think Phoebe, Avani, Javelin, PJ Corgi, Queen, Aria, Janice, Kath. I know I did you guys. Earth Angel. Will Alex take me on a date? Earth Angel, we're going to find out if Alex will take you on a date. And for that one, we're going to use the True Intentions deck. Let's find out what their true intentions are. Well, the future card just popped out while I was shuffling. It kind of jumped out. I'm thinking ahead and wondering what our relationship will be like in the future. I think I want to pull another one from the same deck. Okay. Okay, this is really cool. So, and I don't think I've pulled this card for anyone as long as I've had this deck so far, which has been a little while. Tribe. So, this card says, we seem very aligned in a lot of ways, and you're my kind of people. So, I don't know. I think there's certainly potential for you and Alex. And then it's entertainment. I find your life amusing and your stories comical. So certainly date potential on this with Alex. Um, let's see. I mean, it's like the potential is there, and I see it in those three cards, but I feel like we still don't have a solid yes or no. And I don't want you to just go off thinking that if you do nothing, that Alex is just going to, take you out on a date. I feel like he wants to, or she wants to. I don't know if Alex is I feel like they want to, but they haven't. That doesn't mean that they will, Sometimes we have to do things. Sometimes we have to make the move, or let them know it's okay for them to make the move. Oh, yeah, this is a reciprocating energy here in the Two of Pentacles. This is a back and forth type thing. So, Alex may very well be in a position right now where they are thinking about you, considering a future, considering asking you out on a date, because they feel like you guys are in alignment and they find you interesting, but they don't have that sort of clue yet, that invitation that it's okay to invite you out. And look, the very next one is temperance. So it's the same kind of thing, and they've been disappointed in the past. They might be afraid, they might be sort of avoiding talking to you about it because they are afraid of the disappointment of rejection. Which is coming in next. They are afraid of the disappointment of rejection. With the Tower card, that's certainly what that means. They're looking for satisfaction. They don't want their pride to be hurt. And then you've got the Star card. Listen, everything is in alignment. This could be an incredibly satisfying relationship for you and Alex, but there does need to be a nudge. Alex needs a nudge. So let Alex know that it's safe to ask you out on a date. Okay, they need that in order to make this happen. Okay, thank you so much. That was for Earth Angel. We've got Janice Kath, we got Isha, Arya. Please read for me watching. Jovelyn from Lebanon. I did read for you. Janice Kath, Arya. Deandra, yes, you can have a reading. That was at 8:30. You're probably not in here, but hopefully you come back. You can have a reading. When will you meet your next partner, Deandra? I think we need these. All right, Deandra, we're going to find out when you're going to meet your next partner. All right, here we go. Ooh, you got the Devil card coming in here. And then you've got the 10 of Wands coming in here in reverse. King of Wands, which is that's a really good card. Okay, so you're going to meet your next partner when you have fully disengaged from this attachment, whatever it is. And I'm thinking that because you're talking about a partner, this could be an unhealthy ex, a bad, a bad ex. Or if you have any kind of attachments or addictions or habits that are unhealthy that are preventing you from getting involved in another relationship, you got to get rid of those first. You've got to let go of those past burdens fully. You need that closure so that you can regain your confidence, your charisma, your mojo, and you can be agile enough to navigate the next good relationship, the next healthy relationship. So it's kind of like up to you. The sooner you can get rid of those, it is. The next card you have is the Emperor. So you're the captain of this ship. This is 100% up to you how soon you will have this next partner. You've got to get closure from whatever that past burden is so that you can have the Four of Wands in the upright position. It's still too unstable right now. So you've got a little bit of work to do. You've got to break through your false self imprisonments and get back that Empress energy. This is self-love so that you can love from within to without and from without to within. It's reciprocal. It's contiguous. It is everlasting kind of thing. You've got to get solid there again, and really get that love energy going, as you once had. It's clear if the Empress card is coming in here, that is a core part of your being, and she's upright. So that needs the space. Okay, you need that self-love before moving on, because it seems like there was a major attachment. There was, um, even if it was a healthy, good relationship, if you have an unhealthy attachment to it and you're having a hard time moving on, it's going to energetically block good new relationships from coming into your life. So that's sort of, that with the Emperor card coming in, that is what's dictating the duration of wait, the duration of waiting. The cats were like, what are you doing? What are you still doing in here? Hi. Okay, let's see. That was for Deandra. All right, Isha, Olga, Deandra, Griselda Gonzalez. I think I will have to repost my question. That was Isha. Yes. Okay. Oh, is that everyone? Isha, if you're in here, you're probably not still in here now. But if you hear this, I see that you deleted messages, and believe me when I tell you, I know how frustrating it can be when you're waiting for something and you feel like you're being skipped. I don't mean to generate that feeling in you, and I totally get it, and everything's okay. I'm going to continue trying to get, better at this. And in the meantime, I appreciate that you're in here, and I really, really hope that I leave you with a feeling of satisfaction, and that you were able to get your questions answered. Everything's okay. And then there's Tanya and Jabbar. Okay. All right. I'm going to, real quick, since I'm still in here, I'm going to read for Tanya and Jabbar. I think I got everybody. If there's somebody who posted earlier that I did not get to, can you pop something in there right now? Like start with a like the heart so that I know. And then that way, if there's a delay in the chat, I'll wait for a minute. Okay, so does that mean that I got to everybody except for Tanya and Jabbar? Okay, good. All right, Tanya, are you here? How about Jabbar? Are you here? All right, I think that means everybody is off. And I hope I got to everyone's questions. And I think that I had a great time tonight, and I hope everybody else did. Thank you so much for checking in tonight. If you found this helpful, if you found this of value, please like and subscribe. Please share this with your friends. Thank you all for your comments and your likes this evening. I had a really good night, and I will see you again soon. Stay well and have fun. Happy Halloween.